Hey guys, what I wanted to share with you in this segment, it's actually a little different. It's also a different perspective. You see, oftentimes you can tell when a person is sincere. Even fish can tell when you're sincere. When I walk up to my fish tank, the fish oftentimes will approach the glass. They'll even wag their tail just as if they were a dog. And they'll start to gather around because, they can sense that chi. They can sense your aura. Unfortunately, with people sometimes, people don't know how to coexist because they think that they have to be, superior. They have to be dominant. They have to be in control. And unfortunately, those are the things that lead to wars, division, and those types of animosities that exist among people so they can't get along. Well, if they could coexist like fish or dogs, I mean, just imagine, you'll have dogs where they're going to try to establish, whose territory it is and so forth. But beyond where they were trained to be a fighter, they'll work the differences out. They'll establish whose territory it is and therefore avert the war. Unless we, train them or we actually, direct them to fight and have, controversy and division and those types of things. And we can train the dogs to do that. But naturally, it's not something that would occur without being prompted. So you see, in this segment, we're actually going to look at how fish coexist and the sad reality that oftentimes communities cannot coexist. Not because there's not a desire to coexist, but because there is a systemic, condition that oftentimes people propagate by passing it down to their children, passing it along to their friends, their families, and especially with social media nowadays, it absolutely is something that at times can become, a pandemic. So certainly we need to simplify how we often, approach things, and just know that if fish can do it and dogs can do it, we as human beings, the superior, intelligent, life form, we should be able to make that determination that we absolutely can coexist as a union. And it's no longer about who's black, who's white, who's Chinese, who's Asian, who's Indian, who's Pakistani, who's Israeli. It's a matter of, are you from the same race, the human race? And if you are, then you know what? We should be able to coexist. And there should be less animosity, less war, less hatred, less backbiting, and less of the division that keeps us from being able to exist in peace.